In my mind, you shouldn't give to someone because they deserve it. You should just do it because it's the right thing to do. If you were raised by your parents, for example, you're not obligated to give back to them because obviously they took upon the responsibility of raising you themselves, which is obviously something to be grateful for. But you're not obligated to give back to them because they fulfilled the role that they were supposed to play by taking on that responsibility. But I would feel very surprised if a person didn't feel like they should give back to their parents for playing that role in their lives. For example, if they have like 1 million to their name, they don't have to give their parents anything. But like I said, I would be very surprised that if you had 1 million, you wouldn't give your parents anything, even though you don't have to. I'd be surprised that you didn't feel like you should because of what they have done for you in the past. Because it feels like the morally right thing to do because of the things that they've done for you, or it feels like the morally right to do. It feels like the morally right thing to do. Maybe they haven't done anything for you in the past, but the fact that they're your parents, it could be more than just the simple fact that you love them because maybe you don't love them, but even that, they're your parents. If you see them struggling, even if they've given you like a traumatic life, a traumatic past, even if you don't want to help them, I still think you should help them because, again, it's just the morally right thing to do. For example, I was raised by a single mother. My father, I haven't seen him since I was like 7 or 8 years old. And I'm now 23. So as of this time right now, I don't know him. I don't know the type of person he is. I don't know where he is. And I don't even know what he looks like now. And the very last time I saw him was on a random day in town, um, when I was with my mum and my sister, and we hadn't seen him in like prior to like 3 years before that. So it was really just a random, spontaneous moment where we just happened to walk past each other. Um, my mum and him had walked past each other, but then he had come to me saying, "Do I remember who he is?" And I said, "Yeah." But then after he said who, I just didn't respond, to be honest. Then after that, he turned back to look at my mom, and then he said it's her fault, and then he just went on about his way, and that was the last time I ever saw him. I barely remember anything about him because I feel like my mind has subconsciously scrubbed a lot of the information about him. But even if I feel like I don't know him, I love him for being my father, if that makes sense. So if I was able, I would give back to him also because it feels like the right thing to do for me. And it feels morally right not to hold anything against him. It's like forgiving someone. You shouldn't forgive someone because they deserve it. You should forgive them because it's just the right thing to do. Because it's right to let go of that resentment that you have for that person. Because it can cause you and them issues, even if both of you don't see it.